They Photoshop the fish quite like those colors on those fish. To get you click on the video and they're like nowhere near that color. There's Patagonia fishing, they do it. They target these things. Good morning, fishers, and welcome to
bring us the laptop so we can see
a little live session. Andrew's about to bring us the laptop.
Anyway,
while we're waiting for the laptop and the questions, thank you all for joining us this evening.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Please be sure to get those comments through to us so we don't just jibber jabber between us two. Yeah, let's get involved in the conversation.
Nice chilly winter's evening. We actually went for a cast yesterday. It's the first time I fished with these.
Hey, we enjoyed it.
With these noggins. He didn't cast over me once.
No, I can
and
cast
he didn't
sometimes.
steal my bait. And he brought his own tackle along. So
it wasn't bad.
Reasonably decent fishing, buddy. I mean,
yeah.
The only problem is we didn't catch any
fish. That's fine though. None of us caught fish. So no one. Well, I caught a bully.
And it's a hang on. It is a clipfish or what's the other one they call them? A soup bully or something like that.
It is a clipfish.
How's
it, Duran? Thanks for joining us, brother, man.
One of our regulars, eh? Okay, but you got a fishing story though.
Yeah.
Although you got one shark, right?
One shark, yes.
I showed you my secret spots in Kweleche. Don't reveal my secret spots. Sorry, Alex. He's got drone footage. I've got to watch him.
It's in Kweleche though. That's all you're going to see.
Kweleche. Okay, but the cool thing is we saw the sards.
That was absolutely
natural
wild.
You know, you see pockets of sards and you see the dolphins and the whales and the birds diving. Cool. We saw tuna, my man.
Yeah, this was next level.
The tuna were like
boing,
out the water, and I was like, there was oak out of the kayak on the point, and I was like, damn, I wish I had a kayak right now. The sea was flat, and I was like, go, 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 go. I want.
Yeah, there was definitely a spectacle to be seen.
There was some fish
not
out
seeing
there,
anything every day.
Okay, Pierre's got to go.
Sorry, Pierre.
You can catch us on the.
Yeah,
this gets recorded.
Yeah, you can watch it again.
Us next time. Question the question the following. What?
So anyway, we finally got some warmer water coming through in East London.
Finally. When?
It's here. It was here today.
Okay, gee, because yesterday it was cold.
No, it's here today.
Yesterday, I won't say what is blue, but something was blue when I waded through the gully.
Yeah, no.
It's cold, dude.
I spoke to some of the Spiros, and they were like 300 or 400 meters out, the water was warm, and then only when you came in colder, you know what I mean, on their swim out. Yeah, so I think it was closer yesterday, just not in where we were.
Yeah, but I wanted distance, or wading distance is good.
After the 120 kilometer west wind
today, I think we've got a week of hectic weather ahead.
Yeah.
And I think, guys, you know, for one of the first times, I'm a reasonably fit fisherman, but my arms from trying to hold my rod in that wind, we're quite tired at the end of the day.
It felt like I was holding a palm tree.
It felt like I'd been fighting a cracker for 4 hours instead of just fishing.
Anyway, guys, it's still a good day out, even though we caught no fish. It was nice just to sit and relax and get the hours in.
I see Duran Pillay. I think he's the guy who missed us last week.
Yeah.
Was it Duran?
Dylan, thanks for joining us.
Duran. Top point.
Duran and Dylan.
Yeah, and Duran and Dylan. Too many Ds. Too many Ds.
Yeah, had to go.
With Don as well. Okay, so Ruckus have any questions?
Yeah.
Today we're chatting about scratching on our video we just recorded.
Yeah.
But some scratch with 15-foot rods. Look for edibles.
Yeah, no, some do. I've seen it. Sorry, I'm just before we lose
catching a rod before we lose a rod.
Got 3-foot rods.
I think scratching is like a 7-8-foot rod, eh?
Yeah, listen, I don't really carry that light, so I use my 11-foot comes in quite handy as a scratching rod. I enjoy that.
But any idea, like my favorite spot, near Kweleche as well.
Yeah.
There's a little kelp bed on the outside, and there's a gully. It's probably about 20 meters long, about 1.5 meters deep, and about 5 meters wide.
Yeah.
It's a clear gully amongst the kelp. And as the tide falls in, it gets like a white water,
and the fish start feeding.
I've got silvers out of there, I've got blues, I've got galjoen, I've got blacktail, and I'm casting 20 meters.
Oh, perfect.
My little 7-8-foot rod,
yeah.
30-pound braid, because I've got to hold.
Yeah.
You hook and hold, eh?
Yeah, you can't run. If you run through that kelp, you're gone.
And I lost a black there as well. Okay. But it's fun. Gee, it's fun. So
definitely
get scratching, I think it's
down the
worthwhile
tackle.
And still no one asking us any questions. Just watch us.
Guys, ask us a question.
They watch us.
They're waving at us. Hello, guys.
How's it? They're waving at everyone as well. Cool. And any ambitions for the coming month? I know you've actually been catching lots of blacks and you've been playing with raggies. It was quite an interesting story I saw.
Yeah, so we've been towed around by a couple of raggies recently. We've been fishing for them because the water's been cold, so there's not too much else to fish for.
Yeah,
so
I'm with you.
What's coming up? We're in July now, so listen, I'm hoping the sea does finally fatten out with some warmer water. I definitely want to get some good shade on the board before the July runs out.
Cobb should be around there. Like conditions that actually look good.
Yeah.
Just haven't found any.
There's a big river just this side of East London. We won't mention the name because I'll get shouted at by the guys. But a lot of cob came out this weekend. The river does split Eastern Cape and the former Transkei off.
Maybe. That's a big clue, actually. It's quite a big river. Eh?
Sorry, guys.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, maybe river fishing at this time of the year when the sea is not too hot,
yes,
it's probably a good idea. We spoke about that last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the surf, I normally get lekker winter cob. I normally get my 15, 20 kilo fish.
Yeah, bigger fish, yeah.
But they went KZN, Facebook, been fed out of the oaks.
I think they've chased all the sardines up there now.
Yeah, my man. And like yesterday, we were fishing around the one rock, with a sand, bit of foam going. It looked good, but nada.
Yeah. So I think the winter fishing is coming to an end. We still got July and August in the Eastern Cape, which we classify as winter, or anywhere.
And our windy weather kicks in as well. So that's where I think the whole scratchy thing and trying to find your shorter cast strategy comes in now. You know, it's not always about casting 150 meters looking for a monster. You know, sometimes it's lekker to catch a fish. And I think that's where the whole scratching concept comes. Is like yesterday, I was using an 8-0 and an Oki leg were half mackerel, and the blacktail were going boss. And they were reasonable blacktail. I could feel them in like an 80 km/h wind. Gong, 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 gong. Couldn't catch them on an 8-0 too well though. And I had the one decent pickup, which is the in-run.
In-run, that's it.
And flip.
Yeah.
Circle looks and me on in-run is just.
Yeah, you can.
I should have clapped faster, but hey, you know.
You're always waiting for that pull down.
Flapping out, dude. So.
Yeah, so anyway, July is coming to an end soon. August, normally the winter swell starts disappearing, so the sandbanks start building up a bit more, and the cobs start coming through.
I see you guys have been getting black steermist pretty consistent at night.
It's every winter we seem to.
So
there must be a recipe. I don't know. We don't know what the recipe is, but.
So I know it sounds odd, but guys, at the moment, daytime fishing seems to suck.
It does suck, yeah.
Forgive the language, but we're not catching into that at the moment. So very early morning into sunset, or preferably at night. Seems to be where it's at the moment. So I don't know why. Maybe that's why we're not catching enough cob. We're not fishing for them at night enough. Again, we got 0 questions tonight.
Yeah, we're just out from like May,
June. 19 oaks watching us, but they're too shy to talk.
Yeah. May, June, July seems to be over the last 3 years. We seem to be when we're getting our black steermist. For some reason, I don't know if they're coming into breed. I don't know the science behind it.
The weird thing is, like September, October is when the silvers come on strong.
Correct.
They actually, we catch them all year round, but that's when apparently it's the spawning season.
Correct. For
and
the
they're very aggressive.
Right. Yeah.
Some guys say you shouldn't catch them then. Some of us, it's the only time we catch them.
Yeah.
So we just got to be. But yeah, I think as soon as the water gets warmer, as soon as we can get 17, 18 degrees centigrade,
constant 17, 18 degrees.
And also a bit of swell. You know, I invited these oaks fishing, and I was watching the report, and I got warnings of 10-meter swell and that.
I almost wore my life jacket.
And I mean, like, if it was knee-high swell yesterday, there's a lot.
Okay, there we go. Some questions. Benico, what do you guys think of fishing the strong west winds? Well, we fished in it yesterday and we survived. It does make feeling the bites a bit more difficult, but find a place that can hold the wind.
You just got to find a point, like on the Islanden area, Ganubi Point, Kwelecha Point,
fish with the wind.
Just with the wind behind you, chuck it out, easy long cast, no stresses. Put a big bait so you can feel everything before. Yeah, it works, eh? I mean, just choose your spot for it. I think it works well. And I think some big fish come out on west wind.
Yeah.
For some reason, that howling west doesn't turn fish off like a howling east does.
Well, your west always going to pop your barometer up as well. From a flat barometer, it's going to push your barometer up.
The only wind that doesn't produce any fish is an onshore.
Yeah.
So southerly wind. Everything else, you're pretty much good to go.
You got to watch your heavy offshore, like your north wind, because then your barometer is going to be flat line. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I was still catching that, eh?
Yeah.
I was still caught in that. But
we didn't yesterday, though.
No, but you can catch that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it whips the waves up.
Up, correct, yes.
But it didn't do it yesterday. Okay, we had another one. Good spots for cob in East London. Yeah. You know,
it's a difficult one,
No, there are lots of spots. Finding them consistently is hard.
I think it's more what the water's doing anywhere. You can catch cob.
Like, I'm generalizing here. Hot spots anywhere near river mouth.
Yeah, correct.
So like even Nahoon Beach, just to the left of Nahoon mouth, there's a beautiful gutter there at the moment.
Yeah.
Heading out your way, the surf zones of like
Sinsa East, Xanadu, that side of the area.
They're like sand.
Yeah.
You do get them in the rocks. Heading out on the west coast, there's some good spots. We used to get a lot of them at Cove Rock.
Kazers, Gulu, all
Agoda, Gulu, all those spots, Kazers Beach. Secrets to like early morning stint. Get down there at like 4 or 5 in the morning, pack it up by 8. Yeah. They're an early morning.
Unless the water's got a lot of colour in it or a lot of sand churning.
But generally, your percentage odds goes massively up.
Correct.
In the morning run or into dark. And they're cool fish to catch. Sometimes driving down to Hamburg or up to the wild
Coast, up your odds a bit more.
Well worth the trip. Places like Fish River, Places like Hamburg produce some awesome cob.
I think, as you said, generally, the better the river is, the more chance you've got catching cob around the river.
The SA record cob, to my knowledge, just over 80 kilos,
yes,
was done at Kleinamont.
Correct.
So there are some big fish.
Yeah.
There are some big fish on the coastline, and you've got to put out big baits for them. Like a good larvae is probably the best way to go in these current conditions.
And you don't have to worry about
nice live mullet, doesn't matter how big it is.
Yeah, 15, 20, 25, 30 centimeters, even
also,
for the big
like
boys.
in your estuaries, like places like Double Mouth, that river's awesome.
Okay, Michael, is the East London Harbour breakwall open? No, Michael, unfortunately, it's closed since Daimler Chrysler.
Yeah, there was like a sniffy rumor of it opening. But I think they got the red tape wrong, and we just know.
The small pier is open. It's available for fishing. You've got to.
Yeah, I fished the short pier, the Orient pier. It sometimes produces. It's not near as consistent as the breakwall used to be, though. Yeah. So it's either very off, which it is 90% of the time, but 10% of the time it is on. So.
Yeah, unfortunately, the breakwall is closed, guys, and I think for foreseeable future, I don't think it'll.
It won't change. No, Mercedes-Benz has tied it up, I'm afraid.
Okay, Wade Dan, hello, gents. Why do you prefer? Why do you prefer?
Three-way swivel to a normal barrel swivel. Okay.
What is your take on that?
Okay, I had a nice big three-way swivel once, and I lost a beautiful muscle cracker by that thing snapping. Yeah. And I've never, ever, ever fished with one of those three-way swivels again. Yeah. If I desperately wanted to fish with a three-way swivel, the one where you get the longer one where the actual swivel goes through the swivel, the combo type swivel.
I enjoy that.
Awesome idea. Just way too expensive.
Price,
It's like $60 a pack, dude. It's like, it's a lot of money for a swivel. There's not too many negatives to running your nylon just to the top eye of a barrel swivel. And your barrel swivels, especially your power swivels, they are super strong. They'll pull harder than any fish can pull. So,
listen, there are some strong three-way swivels. I know some of the guys that fish deep sea catch crazy fish on the three-way swivels. My perspective, a three-way single swivel. If there's a bit of turbulence in the water, your bait's going to get. If it's spinning, your line's going to get knotted up less than on a three-way.
A three-way doesn't do much.
There's not as much.
It kind of just separates your two traces by that much anyhow.
It does keep your traces apart, which is nice.
But only that much.
So,
and they drift around anyhow. So, okay, here's a guy saying, remarkable fishing. Hopefully this video gets in the mind of school starting tomorrow. Hey, dudes, I got 2 daughters. Yeah. That means a school run. I got to drop off one there and drop off one at the other end of town. So for us parents,
back to school, guys.
Back to school blues as well, trust me. And kind of like less excuses just to go fishing all weekend.
I wish I could go back to school, guys. There was no worries, no stress.
Yeah.
A lot more than
I fished more. I fished more.
No, you can finish school at 2 o'clock and you can go fishing.
To all my old teachers, I bunked lots of classes so I could go fishing. So.
But that was educational, so it was fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. As long as you arrived for first lesson, checked in, you were good to go. Yeah. Okay, we're getting quiet again. Cob. Let's carry on a cob set.
Yeah. Where were we? Trying to catch cob.
So rivers?
I like river fishing for cob.
Rivers, larvies. I think all of our river mouths have opened up lacquer from the floods in recent times. So guys, try your live baits in rivers at night. Yeah. Even Ganubi produces some good cob on live baits. Yeah. So getting out there, hoing a larvae, putting in the hours, because sometimes you got to wait for 4 or 5 hours. So hoy a bra, relax.
Listen, I can tell you, in my school years fishing Hamburg, we were there for 4 weeks, fish Hamburg for 3 weeks, catch no cob, but on the last day of school of 40, 50 fish come through. So put in the hours, guys.
Okay, we've got another question here. Fazludin Sufyan, forgive me for pronouncing that wrong.
When do we use circle hooks and when do we use J hooks? That's a very good question.
It's a good question.
I think every angler is going to answer that differently.
I like to use circle hooks where ideally releasing the fish is quite high on my priority list. Like spotted grunter. Yeah. I love going on a mud prawn and just hooking a small circle through the back.
Second segment of the tail.
As he swallows it, it normally gets him in the corner of the mouth. And all those undersized spotted grunter, easy release and out. J hook, he swallows it right down. Mission. Every single time. Either it's cutting off your line or you're struggling to get it out in your pliers. And I also think it's an advantage on the total flip side, really big fish. Yeah. It seems to set the hook better on your really big muscle cracker and your really big sharks and that. It sets the hook better in the corner.
Especially the muscle cracker, you're not trying to hook to the plate. You're getting him in the lip normally, not through the...
Yeah, I've had a lot of black steelmusk where I've hooked them on a J hook and I've solidly struck the guy and they'll run 20 meters of line and just spit me out, which is highly disappointing because you don't hook them every day. And I did nothing wrong. I gave no slack. I didn't So a circle for really big fish, and for smaller fish you desperately want to release, I think a priority.
Yeah.
J hooks, though, I'll be honest, are probably a little easier to master most of the time.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I had an in-run, and the fish was bringing my slack in. It felt like a good little black steer bass. I wouldn't say a little monster, but and if I had a J hook, I could just clap that. Reel up the slack, hit him.
Set him.
Circle hook, you kind of waiting for the pull down, so it's harder to time.
Or you got to try to keep that tension.
Or you just got to try and lift the tip, but when it's a big fish and you've got an 8-0 circle, setting it like it's not too easy. And you've got to watch your baiting up more on a circle. J hook, you just gooi it on. Circle, you've got to either go the dingle dangle route or
keep it
slimline.
Try keep the profile smaller than the hook profile.
So I think I always use both. It depends to me also how the fish are feeding.
Yeah, that's what I come to. So if it's an erratic biting fish, shad, tap fish, bluefish, blacktails, I'm using a J hook.
Sharp J hook.
If it's something that's going to pull and take off, I'm using a circle. That's the way. That's how I differentiate.
Yeah, just give you an idea. Like we were fishing a little while ago. Okay, they were tiny from fish, but like a little chino hook, super sharp little small hook. Ding 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 ding. Clap him. If you don't hook him in the mouth, you get him in the cheek.
Use him in the head or something.
You're hooking him. Circle hook, I wouldn't hook on one of those because there was no bite.
No pull on it.
So yeah, if they're feeding solidly, circle hook's cool way to go, guys.
Okay.
You got the one.
Yeah, okay. Kumaran. Hey guys, I'm from KZN. Just wondering why you guys don't fish PE, reefs. Watching Frana and Duvan seems to be very productive down there. Yes, good fishing, but also understand they are also very good fishermen, guys. They are probably a handful of top. They're the best in the country, guys. We're not going to lie about it.
No, I love watching Frana. He's a cool look.
PE is
it's productive.
Over 3 hours away from us, guys. Everyone thinks he's London.
It's close to 4 hours, actually.
Yeah, everyone thinks he's London and PE or like this. We're almost 3-4 hours away, guys. So expense-wise and time-wise,
look, I'm not going to say anything against those oaks because Frana is a good guide.
Yes,
he's probably one of the best guys in the country.
Yeah,
but sometimes the videos you see of the oaks catching fish every time, they don't make a video when they catch nothing.
No, 100%. Yeah.
And even they'll admit that.
Yeah, no, everyone. There's no fishermen you're going to get a perfect
outing
and
all the oaks will say, you don't. Everyone pulls donuts sometimes.
Yeah.
One guy was looking for rod blanks in our one group today. The guy says you can have my rod because it always pulls blanks. So it happens, eh? But yeah, there is some. I think the best area for a lot of our reef fish is Port Alfred area.
Yeah.
There are a lot of unfished reefs there that are superbly good, and they hardly get touched.
Yeah.
So PE itself, they drive out of PE to find the reefs.
Also notable about PE, you got the combination of the water's not always warm and not always cold there.
Conditions have to be right.
Listen, your best fishing west of PE in the country, west of PE to Strathspire sort of area, that is the best fishing in the country.
I don't know.
Yeah, 100%
PE produces bigger mussel cracker than we do.
Yes, yeah.
We produce way bigger bluefish and blacktails than they do.
Yeah. But your cob down there, that's a lot
better
than the
south. You won't smell down that side.
No, they're not living that side.
That's a wild coast fish. Cob seem to be much of a muchness.
No, but I think the quality of the cob they're getting down that side, size-wise.
But wild coast is better.
Yeah, 30, 40 kilo fish.
Wild coast is better.
Okay.
Port St. John's probably still produces the nice big cob.
Yeah, you get those. I do see those wheelbarrow moments consistently on moments. So I can't. My eyes are getting. I'm old.
Okay, we had Luxan van Vieren. Bilimoria and Untraceable Social Fishing Day. Yes, it was actually mentioned last time.
We had been chatting about it.
We will do an outing sometime.
We just need the time. The time needs to be right, and
I think conditions need to be okay to fish.
Yeah, no, you don't want to.
So like we don't want to win weather like we had this weekend. So yeah, it will happen. We'll keep you in the loop and we'll advertise it beforehand. From what Andrew and I just try to keep it simple and just invite you guys along. Let's go for a cast session somewhere and
somewhere nice and friendly that everyone can fish.
Yeah, something like Kids Beach or something like that. That's easy.
Okay, here in Durban, the fish don't bite on lures, mostly baits. The further south you go, the more chance you have of picking them up artificials. Why do you think? Listen, I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I think there's a lot of fish in Durban caught on lures. I think it's more the time you're putting in.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, because I fished KZN quite a lot. I fished a lot at Scottborough. I fished a lot at Pennington over the years. Like in my teenage years, I spent most of my Decembers in that part of the world. And live bait seems to dominate for the bigger fish. The guys do catch on lure, but you've also got a lot of small fish there. Yeah. You've got a lot of fry. and I don't know. I think just your structure. The beaches are fairly sharp drop off.
Yeah, very steep
but
beaches
then
there.
fairly shallow.
Shallow, yeah.
So not the ideal. There are not too many ideal headlands like Mazeppa Bay and that for casting lures.
Yeah, so for holding fish.
Yeah, and also another thing about lure casting, if you look at anywhere in the world, you need to have a fairly good current bringing the game fish past you, because you could be running up and down the coast the whole time.
Yeah.
So as you're holding your spoon or whatever, you want the fish to be coming past and spot it. And you don't get much of that in KZN South Coast anyhow.
Yeah.
Even Richards Bay, and that's fairly static on the current. So your hotspots are like Mazeppa for lure casting. If you go down the Cape, like Robberg, you know,
each place is going to have a little
big headlands,
specific places.
Big headlands, big bays.
Yeah.
And Natal doesn't have big bays.
No.
It's just not a structured
thing. And from Carl Woodstock, wondering if you've all been fishing in the sea, rocks and surf, and when you're going to do river session. Yeah, our fishing is predominantly rock and surf. There are some river sessions coming up. Once we get in more the sort of October, we're making a plan to do 1 or 2 trips in the car.
Yeah, and I love river sessions.
Yeah.
I mean, the river's probably my favorite form of fishing, to be honest. Yeah. A good live bait out. I love fishing the Hamburg River. I love Double Mouth.
Yeah.
I like your smaller estuaries to some degree. I can cover easily. Wild Coast. Oh, there's some stunning spots.
Yeah,
on Wild
there's
Coast.
some nice hidden beauties there.
There are. Accessibility's got a bit of an issue lately. You know, you've got to know where you're going, where you're staying, and I hate worrying about my vehicle.
Yeah,
and that kind of thing.
The safety and things about
it. It just detracts from the chill.
Yeah, no, you're not
when I fish, I want to chill.
I don't want to have to look at my bag and worry about other things.
I love our smaller closed estuaries like Kiwani is one of my hotspots. Gee, we've got some good fishing in Kiwani over the years. But yeah, river fishing I do. But damn, guys, it's cold this time of the year.
Yeah,
to sit on a river,
especially a little blind river. Yeah, I know. It's not fun.
It's cold.
Especially your little closed off rivers. You want the water to be a bit warmer.
So yeah, we're a little bit more warmth, and we'll definitely do some river fishing. Trust me.
Must be fishing from the side, not fishing, and cheating. Cheating from fishing from a boat, not cheating. No disrespect, but that's not cheating, but that's fishing.
I don't fish. No. You know what? Okay, I mustn't brag.
Yeah.
But I fish the Hamburg comp every year. One of the Hamburg comps, and I normally beat the bow ducks. I always beat the bow ducks. But the fact is, my ass gets too sore sitting on a boat.
Yeah.
And I find the guys who do sit on boats put out their bait and go to sleep.
Yeah.
With the guys fishing on a riverbank,
not working.
You tend to be a little more active and involved, and you're trying different things. Yeah. A boat's lacquer. I would love a boat, but it's also a lot of schlep. You've got to clean the thing afterwards and service the motor and buoyancy.
Yeah.
It's a lot more schlep. And there are times though, like this last Hamburg comp, I was in a kayak, and we were fishing the same gutter, but he paddled on the other side of the sandbar. And he was drifting his live mullies in, bagging cob for cob.
Yeah.
I'm casting lures in the same area, not getting a touch.
See, that's what you like a boat. You get a bit more access to some better areas, but it's not always doesn't mean you're going to catch more fish because you're on a boat. That doesn't.
But I think sometimes getting a boat to the spot, getting out of the boat, and fishing is probably.
Yeah, I've done that before.
That's probably the better way.
You actually park the boat on the sand and fish out the back.
Look, it's different in a place like if I lived in Eisner, I'd fish on a boat.
No, you got a big estuary there. Okay. Are there any casting events in East London area? Not that I know of, but I've never seen a casting event this far.
I've been trying now for the last 2 years to organising a casting day.
Yeah.
It is in the pipeline, hopefully. Number one, we need to try to find a venue that's safe, like a golf driving range, and it will happen.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll keep you guys in the loop because I want you guys to go and be able to cast 200 meters with the top of the range rods. And if your line snaps, we know no one's going to die with a
6-ounce
sinker flying for a few kilometers. And I think you also want an event that's properly organized, not just a random let's hoy. You know,
we want to get the rod manufacturers there so you can test out their rods and have a look.
But on our social day, if you want to have a cast with my rod, cool.
Yeah.
If you break it, replace it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
then from Mark Hunter, good evening, gents. What is the feedback on the Euphoria range? The Kuma Euphoria.
Oh, Dean Fisher's the one. So
brilliant. I've got the 14 foot, 46. I'm trying to remember which one I've got. 4 to 6 ounce. Brilliant rod, guys. Beautiful rod.
It looks a lot lighter than that, though. It looks quite. It looks.
No, it's got
the profile's slim, eh?
The profile's slim. It feels like you're fishing a 3 to 5 ounce rod. To be honest, a 5 ounce sinker feels a bit lighter when I'm throwing a smaller bait on it too. I'd put a 6 ounce in. That rod, for its money, I can't fault it. Can't fault it.
The only issue I've got, it's one of those rods. I know I'm sounding really obvious. I wish they did it in two colors.
Oh, that's the color.
Because some folks complain it looks
No,
like
I think
my
that gun. I'm actually at a stage now. There's one of my
It's
other
not
rods.
gunmetal, dude. It's matte grey.
Matte grey. There's actually one of my other rods that I need to be refurbished that I actually want to spray the same color because I like it that much.
Look, I love the carbon look throughout though.
Yeah, yeah.
The open carbon is awesome. They're nice rod. Yeah. They've taken what the precision was and they've lightened the
butt end up on it.
And they've improved the balance.
Yeah.
You know, balance is a thing we don't often talk about in rods, but like where you move your reel seat and the weight of the actual butt section
makes a big difference.
Makes a huge difference to rod. And a really good rod builder, regardless of which brand you're talking about, that makes or breaks it. Also makes or breaks it from like a budget,
correct,
sub R1,000 rod. As soon as you spend $2,000 or more, you're getting a better balanced rod, and it makes a difference.
Okay, then what reel would you guys pair with the Loomis and Franklin Archipelago short butts? Well, I'm assuming the short one would be a 12 foot and a 13 foot.
They're a 12 and a 13
foot.
They're an awesome rod. Last year, I had a couple of guys fishing nationals here, and they both took them for their scratch.
Yeah.
They took the 12 foots, I think. It's a tricky one because it's supposed to cast up to a 4 ounce, but it's really a 2 to 3 ounce rod with the baits.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go too heavy because it kind of defeats the lightness of the rod.
Yes, yeah.
I'm not sure what your budget is. I would lean towards, like, if I was going high in like a 6,000 Gosa or Spiros in Shimano.
I agree with you there.
I'd possibly drop down to like, if I was a Dower BG boy, like a 4,000.
4,500 or 4,500.
No, 4.5 goes up. It's the same body as a 5,000.
Yeah, it's a bit big for
heavy.
that. Yeah, bit big for that.
You want to keep it light.
Yeah.
You want something that can hold like 300 meters of 20 or 30 pounds.
Downbred, yeah.
The Kuma range. I'd probably
Selena
say
6,000.
Selena 6,000 would probably do the job quite nicely.
I don't know if Cedros is still available in that size.
Pen, I'd probably go about a 5,000 on a pen.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, keep it.
Depending what you're using it for, I suppose. Yeah. How you're using
it. That rod is all about finesse. It's a super slim blank. It's super sensitive. It's a 3-piece, and they're probably one of the nicest scratching rods on the planet.
It's very nice. Yeah.
If bluefish and blacktail is your thing, flip that Adaka rod. If you specialize on it, for sure.
I fished with a guy in December. He just took his bionic finger off and he put a conventional reel on. That thing fished beautifully like that. Can you not design for it?
Can I just make a state of fact here? You do not have to take your bionic finger off.
Yeah, no, but it's just in the way. It doesn't fish with grinders.
I cast with a multiplier on any bionic finger rod, 0 issues. Yeah. I've never had.
No, it doesn't get in the way. It makes it a bit more comfortable when you're there, but still.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, but the Oak's not fishing a spinning reel though, so it doesn't need it ever. He only fishes conventional reels.
But
take it off.
On my Bluefish 14.6, gee, I gooi for on that thing.
No, that thing
multiplier, no problem.
No, well, I felt quite embarrassed because I was fishing on a spinning reel next to me and he was outcasting me. Yeah.
Well, I had a session a while ago. I had my 14'6", 3 to 5 ounce Bluefish, and I've got my 15-foot number 5 Beachmaster, and I gooied both in. Yeah. And the multiplier on the
outcasted.
It outcasted. Only problem is the sinker dragged with the nylon. Too much. Okay, any more chips or not?
Okay, last one. Let's go, Carl. When are you gonna make a video targeting Garrick in the sea? Well, when there's Garrick around, there's not in East London. We don't always. It's not a.
You know, we had a lovely run at Garrick last. I think it was November, October, November, off of the Dulles as you go towards the Grand Prix track. That area produced some wonderful Garrick. The one guy fishing on baits, big prawn of all things, got one of about 14 kilo, a proper fish. Yeah. And the guys who fish in the Buffalo off of boats, and who fish on boats near the breakwall points, they consistently catch them.
Yeah, that's a good spot for Garrick, for Leo fish, whatever you want to call them.
But our traditional spots like Ganubi Points, Kwelecha Points, Glen Eden Points, Glengarriff, those areas, they've been scarce, guys.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't, at this stage, I wouldn't go target Garrick. If I caught one on a plug or something, fishing for shad or something, happy days.
We tend to target them and throwing lure. And lure, you're looking for shad, yellowtail, or Garrick.
Or Garrick.
But we should probably be throwing more liveys in those environments. I think we should. Maybe we should always have one rod out of the livey for them. Yeah. You never know.
The summer months are coming, so the Garrick should start
coming through. They're slightly more of a summer fish area. I definitely think so. Just asking because you all target the same thing every time.
Yeah, because we're catching them.
Yeah, you can. Ah, dude. Mr. Ocky head there, or Mr. Catfish
Yeah,
head.
Carl, that's a difficult one. Like, yeah, like we're fishing for black steermas and reggies because that's what's around at the moment. So
Okay, just to give
that's why we're fishing for them.
Just to give you my heads up, I like, there's two types of fishing I like to do. One, I like to say calling all species.
Yeah.
Like it's a 3-0 circle hook.
Yeah.
And normally a sand mussel.
Yeah.
And I can get like a silver, a blue, a galjoen, a blacktail, a pig nose, a cob on that. And I often start my sessions like that. I'm just trying to feel if there are any good edibles around. Hopefully bag 1 or 2 and say, hey, I've got something for the pot. And, you know, I can take it home with me, keep the missus happy. But then I like to go for badge.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for my PB black. I want a black steer mussel 20 kg plus. That's what keeps it fishing.
Yeah.
And I want to push a 20 kg mussel cracker, silver steer mussel. Those are 2 fish. And I haven't got a 20 kg plus cob in years. So
that has been a long time.
Also, we've caught I don't know about you, but I've caught so many pan-sized fish.
Yeah.
That the attraction disappears after a while.
I don't even fish for bluefish and blacktails. Like I don't even do it anymore.
I fish for them to maybe take a few home for the pan.
Same,
but not to target them.
Yeah.
You know, I've caught 1 million. Why want to catch any more? You know.
Okay, Mark Hunter, what Selena would you pair with a 3-5 or 4-6? I'd say a 10,000. That would be my choice.
Okay, the Selena are very much the same as the Saragossa. Yeah. Your 8, 10, and 14 are the same size body.
Biggest
to a large degree, and your spool size is bigger.
Yeah.
Unlike Shimano, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think your gear ratio varies too much.
No, I think the Selenas are exactly
the
the same.
Mistaken,
No, I think they're all the same. They're the same.
So basically, you decide how much line you want to go. We're talking 3 to 5 ounce.
4 to 6.
Well, on my rod, which is a 4 to 6 ounce, I'll have a 10,000.
10,000.
I've got a 10,000 Cedros.
Yeah.
Which I think a 10,000 Selena would be.
Yeah, it'll be the same.
Ace, and there you can happily go like 30, 40, or 50 pound braid. And you're going to go 300 to 500 meters.
Is correct.
So, 10,000 probably happy medium, man. 8,000 doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it's just not a,
It's like
you might as well
big,
put the 10,000 on.
Big reel with less line.
And you're looking for like 10 or 15 grams
the
weight difference.
14,000, if I had a smidgen of game more for sharks than that with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm using mine for,
then I'd probably go 14,000.
Okay, guys, well, it seems to have got quiet. I hope everyone's enjoying their nice warm supper. Hope all the guys are ready for school tomorrow.
Yeah, and warm water's coming. He says it's 300 meters away from the shore.
No, it's in by now, guys. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks all for joining us this evening.
We've got one last doff question though. What's the weirdest bait you all have used and caught and didn't expect to catch on it? I've got blacktail on live mullet.
I've got a silver on pilchards before.
That happens.
It happens, yeah. So that's
the old timers used to say you could catch pig nose and cheese.
Yeah.
And potatoes.
And I've seen cob being caught a rock bait. So anyway, Carl.
Yeah, no, it's a mystery, eh?
Yeah.
We never know.
Hope that answers your questions, bud.
Yeah.
I think you're back. Is Carl back to school tomorrow? Are you still at school, Carl? I think you are. Anyway, guys, have a good evening. We'll see you all soon.
And we'll get to your questions in comments and that, guys. So just drop us in the comments.
Cheers.
Cheers.